Bernie Sanders is gaining momentum and putting a fire under Clinton camp with his latest campaign stops. Recently, when he took the stage at a packed Drake University in Des Moines last Friday, he got a standing ovation of 700 people. The presidential candidate is surprising even himself, drawing large crowds in Iowa, New Hampshire, and beyond. In Keene, New Hampshire, for example, 1,000 people showed up to see Sanders speak. They couldn't all fit in the room. Same thing happened in Minneapolis, except there, they are counting about 5,000 people that went to see him speak. His reaction, and I quote, stunned. I mean, I had to find my way to get inside the room. Standing room only. Minneapolis was literally beyond belief. Aaron, this is just a proof that the platform that he's running on, that grassroots effect that he's getting of talking to the people is working. Is working because there's a personal connection and they want to see the man. They don't want to see the apparatus like Hillary. They don't want to see this huge circus coming to town and giving a speech. They want to see a guy with a real attitude to fight for the people.
I think people are looking for authenticity. People want someone new and fresh and someone that they haven't had years of experience with. I mean, Hillary, for all the great things that she has done, we have become accustomed to her, like we become accustomed to the Bushes. So she does carry a stigma, you know, with her reputation. So with Bernie in particular, he's fresh, he's new, he's also packing out places, and also he's becoming a formidable #2 in the Democratic process for electing their new nominee for the presidency.
I mean, I think you're right. In terms of media exposure, Bernie is definitely new, but his track record on social issues is way longer than Hillary's. And I think that's a key issue. Hillary is a candidate that is very polarizing, even within the Democratic field.
Absolutely.
Even between Democrats, they will lean one way or the other. Sanders, I think what is critical about his nomination is the idea of having a politician fight for two of the main issues that are of importance to Americans. One is income inequality. And I quote him saying in that speech, "The truth is there has been a massive redistribution of wealth in this country from the working families of America to the top 1/10 of 1%. 1/10 of 1%. And together you and I have got to turn that around." And I think he speaks to most of Americans that live in this country. We have to stop this income inequality. And he is pushing Hillary to address the issue, and at the same time, growing a platform that might give him a shot to win the nomination.
Well, maybe might give him a shot to win the nomination, but also at the end of the day, if it pushes him to push Hillary, you know, further to the left and also acknowledge some of the things that maybe she doesn't want to acknowledge and talk about income equality and equity amongst communities that aren't, you know, the top percent, are of a lower economic class, then that's great, you know? The more transparency, the better, in my opinion.
I mean, the other important thing to know is why Bernie Sanders is getting this edge over Hillary. One thing, Hillary being a former First Lady, she has to be coming with the Secret Service. She cannot do these impromptu showings to do smaller, more grassroots events, because there's a whole, you know, protocol to follow when she comes to these speaking engagements. Bernie can just show up, talk to people. He says, he was quote saying that every time he meets someone, he asks their age, their job, and how much student debt they have. To see that his real issue is helping the average American to get a better life, and he's only serving voters. He's not serving voters and donors, which is another important thing. The way he's getting his money is one by one. He's earning the trust of each vote. Maybe it will be a good technique. We'll see. Let us know how you feel. And please subscribe to the Lib TV 2.